This is Opposite Attractions. This week's challenge, let's get spooky and childish.
Welcome to Opposite Attractions, ladies and gentlemen. The though about theme park design that's technically possible. I am your host, who has had way too much McDonald's tonight because we are recording on National Cheeseburger Day. I am Scottye Moore, joined as always by 9 to 5, another run of gym. Turned down for what? It's Jim Murphy. That's, of course, it's not a Disney song, but it is the song that plays at the end of Fast and Furious Supercharged. So, I mean, it still fits with our theme park theme.
Yeah, I missed that part of the Haunted Mansion where they play Turned Down for What?
I mean, the new DuckTales does have a scene where Flintheart Glumgold busts into Scrooge's funeral while All I Do Is Win blasts and Donald is crying over his grave. It's the most buck-wild shit of all time, and I love Disney XD for it.
Why? Like, you got really hopped up on the Szechuan sauce, I think, and it broke you in a way that I can't comprehend.
It's a
exactly.
real scene. In actual DuckTales, Scrooge has gold poisoning. They say if you jump into your gold pit, you'll die. Scrooge jumps into the gold, and then it's his funeral, and Glumgold just is like, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. But you know what I don't love Disney for doing, Jim? You know what I don't love Disney for doing? Taking the beautiful, amazing archway that welcomes you to Tomorrowland and replacing it with the front of a fucking Apple store. Because it's some bullshit and I hate it.
It's a Starbucks cup holder, really, is what it is.
It really is. It's so bad looking. Because, like, I don't know about you, but part of the appeal of Disney World to me is the fact that none of it looks modern. It does still look like 1990s ABC Family kind of TGIF bullshit, and I really dig that. And the fact that they're like, no, we're gonna modernize Tomorrowland and make it look all fresh and cool. I'm like, you can't make it fresh and cool. The fucking Carousel of Progress is there.
Just wait until they update that, where instead of being like the 20s and 40s and 60s and 2000s, it's just like 1995, 1998, 2006.
Yeah. You 90s kids will remember the first scene takes place in a fence. It's just in better looking Taco Bells as you go around. So the first has like the Chihuahua commercials, then as you go around, it's got the little thing you would put coins in and spin and try to win a free thing of fucking cinnamon swirls.
With this newfangled BlackBerry, I can call all my business associates.
To a meeting here at the Taco Bell. Yes, such excellency. No, it's all about Taco Bell's innovation. So the first one, like, it goes around and it's like, a taco for dessert. What amazement! And it's the Choco Taco. Then it goes around, and then they're like, "It's a taco, but it's made of Doritos." Excellent! And then it goes around, and then that's when they're like, "The shell is made of flattened chicken breast." And everyone goes, "No, go back! You've gone too far, Taco Bell."
There's two endings. There's a good ending and the bad ending. One ending is essentially like the KFC from Demolition Man.
Yeah.
And the other ending is the McDonald's from Fifth Element.
Yeah. That's where it would end up at. But other theme park news has happened, and it's good theme park news because holy shit, the Cosmic Rewind, like all of it looks amazing from what I've seen online.
Do you like Escape from Gringotts? How about we put it in space? You want it in space? Because now it's in space.
Hey, I know you're making jokes and trying to be funny right now, but that sounds fucking boss as hell, and nothing will get me to not ride this thing.
The craziest part about it is the backwards launch thing.
Yeah.
That seems awful.
Maybe it, yeah.
Like, I've seen coasters where you start out going backwards, but it's like you go backwards and up a hill and then you stop. You don't, suddenly turn and then see Batista. That's not a thing that...
Yeah. Well, I follow a Twitter account @DreamfinderGuy, who tweeted, "A totally real person in Walt Disney Industries just shared this anonymously with me. It looks like the first page of the Cosmic Rewind script. Hints of plotline. Sorry about poor image quality." And it is a picture of what is clearly his desktop computer. But the Guardians of the Galaxy have just finished their visit to Epcot. As described in the pre-show, they have been recruited there from Xandar to potentially set up an outreach center in the World Showcase. The Milano is parked behind the Play Pavilion in World Discovery. As the vehicles enter the scene, we approach a wraparound screen of the Guardians returning via backstage entrances. Star-Lord: "So what'd you guys all think? This used to be my jam as a kid, although I remember it being a lot different." Drax: "The planet appears incredibly tiny. All of the different regions were in mere feet of each other. Our fleet could invade and conquer it in seconds." Gamora: "This was a waste of time. I just want to get back to the ship so we can do something worthwhile." "Well, it wasn't all bad. I grabbed myself a souvenir." Rocket enters the scene, dragging behind him a large bag with cables bolting out from the ends. Star-Lord: "Rocket, what is that? I've never heard of a t-shirt or some overpriced pen that ever took a garbage bag to carry it in." "It's this old robot they had laying around where..." Hold on, it's very hard to see. "They just chewed the wires off of it. Thought it could be worth some scraps somewhere." Rocket opens bag, revealing Captain Buzzy animatronic.
Yeah, that's really bad. At the bottom of the screen, of course, is the Carousel of Progress reference with the post-it note that says "Bobby wants changes."
Oh yeah,
which is Bob Chapek.
Oh yeah, it was very good. Like, he didn't even try to keep up kayfabe. Like, the first person to call him out, like, "This is fake, right?" He was like, "Oh, absolutely."
You hope so? You really don't give them ideas, please.
What was bad was the fact that there were numerous people on my timeline who were like, "This is a very good idea. I like this script. If they keep this and keep him true to character, it'll be fantastic."
Drax staring at bubble tea and just confusion. What is this?
Star-Lord would definitely be wasted after walking around the whole thing. Drax has been going drink for drink with him, but he's still perfectly sober. I mean, honestly, if you had told me 10 years ago, what would Epcot need? And the answer was more Dave Bautista, I don't know if I would have believed you, but I would have said, yeah, sure. Pop the animal in there. Let's get it going. Put some Triple H in it while you're at it. Journey into Imagination with Shawn Michaels. Let's fuck it up.
Oh, man, that would be really bad with, like, late 80s Shawn Michaels, I think.
Oh, wait, no. Here's the best one. You get onto Spaceship Earth, and you start going up, and you just hear, "From the beginning of damn time, human beings have been having to work for motherfucking survival. If you can read all this, thank the damn Phoenicians." Austin 316 says thanks the Phoenicians.
They can't put him in there when they've already put Bray Wyatt in the ending.
Yeah. Oh man, if we have listeners who don't know anything about wrestling, they've been very confused for about 2 minutes right now. But yeah, any other theme park news that we're missing? Because the bad Epcot thing happened, Mission Space happened. Did anyone get into a fight, perhaps, at Disneyland? That's all I can hope for in these weeks.
I don't think anybody got into a fight in Disney lately.
I mean, just because Just because it wasn't reported doesn't mean it didn't happen, Jim. You don't know. Somebody could have just been going into Toontown and pulled out a whole ass gun and started going crazy. They just don't tell us about it anymore because Disneyland's the Wild Wild West. They don't have to tell us anything.
It's our new Wild West stunt show right here in Toontown.
Why is that what Westworld's about? Is it just about Toontown? And a bunch of animatronic Mickey Mouses going crazy and attacking people? Well, Jim, this isn't a podcast about Westworld as much as I'd love for it to be. It is instead a podcast where we build our own theme park, and this season, we are creating our own epic universe, the most dangerous theme park in America that no one should ever visit. Oh wait, this isn't the Universal one though. Don't get it twisted at home. We are ruining their IP before it even comes out. I'm very proud of us for this. But last week I gave you a challenge, and in our super duper dangerous theme park, I wanted a ride that was on its exterior appeared harmless and kiddie friendly. Then as you rode it, got terrifying and horrible and was the worst thing that's ever happened on the planet.
I mean, it's fine to have a like thrill dangery park with like a kiddie area, so it could be just a normal.
No. No. We gotta remind the kids that this life is full of extreme horrors and they must face them at a very young age. But my idea for my ride, I want it because, like, I thought about doing, like, an It's a Small World thing or a Los Tres Caballeros. I thought that was boring. So I thought, why not do, like, a dinosaur ride? A real fun, friendly dinosaur ride of maybe, like, you go back in time and then you go find the dinosaurs and you have to, like, try to save them through extinction. But as it goes on, the track starts shaking you back and forth a whole lot and spinning you around and breaking your neck, and it just gets more horrifying as you go through this roller coaster of pure horror and deception until you finally make it back to the end. But then I learned Primeval World was still going to happen at Disney World, so I decided I'd have to scrap this idea for the week. And my idea, as you very much well know, our listeners don't, was come up in a McDonald's-fueled rage 15 minutes before the show started. Because in the most honest text I've ever sent you, I just said, hey man, I'm about to fuck up this McDonald's so right, and also come up with a theme park idea, because I have no idea what I'm doing this week. But I did fall in love with this one idea, and it's kind of taking all the many ideas I had and throwing them together in one ride. And I love this concept of what if the theme park was kind of like a Hot Wheels track, where like all the... Hold on, just follow me. Like, you put together all your Lego sets, but you always have a few pieces left over. I'm promoting the idea that we take the leftover bits from all the rides and smush them together to make one mega ride. So, you get into a boat, but the boat also has legs, because once you go to land bits, the legs are going to carry you across. I guess I could have done wheels, I don't know. And you start off in a boat ride, and you go through this happy-go-lucky, It's a Small World parody, essentially, where all the kids are cheering. But then also, there's a weird animatronic of Ellen in the back that no one talks about. And there's like a velociraptor about to eat her, but that's whatever. But then as you keep going through, like, small things happen at first. Like, one of the animatronic toys like shakes its head and then starts freaking out a little bit, and you're like, okay, that's a little bit weird, but whatever. And then you move into the next world, which is, I don't know, probably the 80s bit from Spaceship Earth with with Afro Samurai, my favorite woman of all time. And so you go through like that area, but then like weird things happening. So like in the lab behind her, something lights up and you can see like this massive amorphous blob just start crawling out and attacking people. And essentially what's happening is what I'm going to call Into the Spider-Verse-ifying each of these ride things, which is the ride segments have been taken away from their original rides, so now they're all glitching because they're not connected to their true ride, so they become like these demented, dark forms of their original self. And as you keep going on, it keeps getting worse and worse. And I was inspired by, I think it's called The Play Where Everything Goes Wrong. And it is a play where literally every cue gets messed up, set pieces fall down, everything starts messing up horribly. And I wanted that to happen. And the very end of the ride, I wanted the T-Rex from Jurassic Park to appear, but not fully ahead of you. I wanted him just to fall down directly in front of the cart onto the actual ride like track itself, and you're like inches away from teeth. This homeboy is almost eating you, and then at that point you can see in front of you the end of the ride, and you see what's going to be a screen. It's not going to be real, but you see the people at the end of the ride cheering and being like, "Welcome back! Come on! You're almost there! You almost made it!" And then the fucking Gringotts drop happens where everything just suddenly sinks down and you go down an 80-foot drop back into the water and everything shoots up around you. And that's called the old downstairs mix-em-up is the name of that one.
I was just gonna call it the ride where everything goes wrong.
Oh, that's very good as well. But yeah, I love this concept of, and it was pretty much inspired by the Simpsons ride, where like you go through Pirates of the Caribbean, but instead of pirates, they're dinosaurs with beer, and then like they go through the shitty It's a Small World, but there's a giant panda bear that attacks them. Oh fuck, Jim, did I just make the Simpsons ride? I think I just pitched just the Simpsons ride, and that's it. Damn it. How about you save us? Could you save us real quick for my idea? Cause oh no, oopsie doopsies.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out the best way to get into this. I'm not killing children. That's where I'll start out.
I don't believe you with that introduction.
So, I went with like how your ride kind of starts in It's a Small World. My ride also starts in It's a Small World.
Yeah.
But after like the first like turn and a half, 2 turns,
you go off the track and start mowing down the Ethiopian children and running through the field.
You do end up next door in the Haunted Mansion.
Is that next door?
It is. They're literally like 30 feet from each other.
Oh fuck, you're right.
In real space, they're very, very close. Like they say, it's really crazy to have such a scary ride right next to the Haunted Mansion like that. But you basically end up in the Haunted Mansion, but you're still in a boat. But instead of the Haunted Mansion ghosts, it is the ghosts of the Small World dolls.
Okay, I'm happy because, like, I'm sure when I pitched it last week, everyone did come to the same conclusion of, oh, they're gonna kill some children next week. There's gonna be a bunch of dead babies.
I am not killing the children. I am killing the dolls.
Those children were dead when I got there.
Absolutely the dolls in It's a Small World have souls, and you can tell when you look in their beady eyes.
They weren't their souls originally. They took them. They
do make that joke. I don't know if you've ever heard that joke on the Jungle Cruise, where they say if you leave your children behind, that they nail their feet to the floor into It's a Small World and make them sing the song forever.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah, that's a thing. They might not say that as much anymore. That was definitely a 90s, early 2000s thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I basically would do the Haunted Mansion, but all the ghosts would be replaced by Small World dolls.
So, wait, would the tone of the ride... I mean, I guess the tone would shift, so, like, instead of the ballroom scene...
They would be seeming like they were trying to get you.
Oh, that makes it So much worse, Jim.
I think with the right Pepper's Ghost effects, you can kind of put them like they're coming towards you.
See, I prefer the concept of it's just the haunted mansion, but a bunch of children are causing mischief. So, like, you go past the thing where it's the piano player just playing the piano, and then you see a child appear on his head and start bashing him, and then the piano sounds are now like ding, 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 ding. They are in, like, the ballroom smashing cake and starting, like, a big fight with everybody.
I mean, you could do that. I still want to just do it with Small World dolls.
Yeah.
Just put the big hippo in there somewhere with the lazy eye. Just throw him in there somewhere.
I'm trying to think of how they would fuck with the bride. What could they do with the... Well...
They used to have a clown in a hot air balloon that was, like, hanging outside of the... Like, he fell out of the... Or he either fell out of the basket or he was just hanging from a balloon, and it was the only doll in the ride that had a frowny face, and he had a sign that said "Help me," like he was Wile E. Coyote. They eventually removed that. They should just put him in there somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
I know we're mostly probably talking Disney World version, but I would love if they took the Hatbox Ghost's head and were playing like keep away with it, throwing it over the dude's head back and forth.
Well, he's in both versions.
Is he? Did they put him in Disney World?
Yeah, he's in Disney World, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't think he was. Okay, well...
Yeah, because the bride is on the left and the Hatbox Ghost is on the right before you go outside. I'm pretty sure.
What?
I'd have to rewatch some video.
Jim, if you've seen him, I'm sorry, buddy. Guess what? The ghost that followed you home was the Hatbox Ghost, because homeboy, he's not there.
There's a chair in the attic that I think came from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
It's up there, too.
Okay, I think I did just figure out how we fuck with the bride, and it's basically that vine of the little kid running around the pool, and then the bride's just like, "What have you got? A hatchet! No!" The bride's running after one of them, trying to get the hatchet away from the little kid.
That's gonna be evidence. No.
Yeah. Oh, they could, at the beginning, when the lightning flashes, and, like, the, blacklight reveals whatever the image is on the paintings, they now have like fucking shitty mustaches drawn on them from the kids.
So there's the groundskeeper at the end.
Yeah.
And the dog. I think they could just be like petting the dog.
Oh yeah, one of them is just really into the dog while the other one is pantsing the gravekeeper.
Oh my god, if I ever ride that ride and his pants are around his ankles. I mean, granted, I'm pretty sure underneath that pants is just like metal beams, but I don't care. Mm-hmm. That would make it worse.
Oh, in the Madame Leota chamber, they can all be playing the instruments, but they're real shitty at it. So it's just it is a cacophony of horror as these little children are just annoying the shit out of you.
It's just like regular Disney World, only in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's got Madame Leota, and she's got two pillows propped up against the globe so she can't hear anything. What would they be doing to... Oh, and then the fucking end of the ride, when you look in the mirror and the ghosts are messing with you, that's just all the children. That's all the baby ghosts messing with you.
I think that's what they do for Haunted Mansion Holiday in Disneyland with Lock, Shock, and Barrel, or whatever the hell them three kids are.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
From Nightmare.
And I don't think they need to be messing with the hitchhiking ghosts. Instead, I want to see the hitchhiking ghosts as three babies, because that would be the cutest thing on the planet. Now, Jim, I'm saying this with all due respect. I know I kind of swooped in and took over.
Haunted Mansion babies.
Yeah, was your plan this week just, hey, I made the Haunted Mansion with babies, and that was your whole pitch?
Like I said, I wanted to basically take the small... I feel like there are two groups of people that go to Disney. One group that thinks the Small World dolls are the cutest things in the world, and then the other group that thinks they're nightmare fuel. So I kind of wanted to just lean into that.
I mean, you'd think at this point they would have made some of the Small World dolls into actual, like... You remember the porcelain dolls you could buy out of shitty magazines in the 90s? You'd think that they would have made one of those, of the Small World dolls.
Did they do that?
I don't want to know this answer, because then a fan will ship it to my home and it will be haunted. And it will be one of the fucking ghosts.
Okay, so they did do this.
Oh, no.
Some of them can... Apparently, at least this one can sing.
No! This is illegal! No!
It looks like they have Holland, Hawaii.
I thought you were saying names at first, and I'm like, who the fuck? I was like, they have a kid named Holland in the ride? Okay.
Yeah, he's with his friend Oates.
Yeah. No, that's his last name. That's his family name is Oates. Holland Oates.
He's Dutch. Yeah, he's Dutch.
Yeah. But I did go to a Hot Topic and tried to get some Haunted Mansion, like, pop figures. Boy, they are stretching, no pun intended, to figure out good pop figures to make the Haunted Mansion, because I was like, oh, maybe a Madame Leota or some hitchhiking ghosts. They also have such standards as Spooky Boy 3 or Chet. They got Chet the Ghost. Like, it's just, I looked and I'm like, I've ridden this ride so many fucking times, and I have never seen Greg the Blacksmith or whatever the fuck this one is supposed to be.
It's a glow-in-the-dark painted Lightning McQueen. It just says Haunted Mansion on it.
Yeah. And then all of the shirts they were selling were literally just like, Haunted Mansion, and that was it. Like I was waiting to find one with a big Eddie Murphy face on it, just like.
I thought most of the pops were Target exclusives.
That might explain why I found all the shitty ones at Hot Topic, Jim. Thank you for this. Also,
because I know they have the main group, but then they have like a mummy and the opera singer.
Yeah, they did have opera singer. That one I do remember.
Which really, like, if that's your favorite, I mean...
Yeah. That means you like really shitty jokes. That's what it is.
You're trying to collect them all is what you're trying to do. You're not...
Yeah.
And I don't have that much money.
Why have they not made Eddie Murphy the ghost host now? Why can't you just pop up in there? Just be like, everybody step to the dead center of the room. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to get spooky. Does this room actually look like it's stretching? Or is it your imagination, you motherfuckers? It don't matter.
Why? Your doom buggy stops because there's a banana in the tailpipe?
I also don't know why my Eddie Murphy turned into Humpty Hump after a while. Ladies and gentlemen, please just stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but yo, ghosts love me, see? So yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. God, that would be very good if just middle of the Haunted Mansion, the ghost host busted out a line of the Humpty dance. There's always room for one more. I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. Okay, thank you, Ghost.
We started with McDonald's and we ended with Burger King. This has been a wonderful round trip tour of...
But where can people find, like, what are they gonna expect next week? More Burger King McDonald action, or?
Maybe, because I wanted to do this the last time I had challenged, but I did the other thing instead. For the attraction, I don't really care what it is exactly, but you have to like pop a breathalyzer. Like you have to be legally drunk to ride.
Oh fuck! You found my speciality, Jim Murphy. Yes.
I think there could be a element of danger in.
Jim, what have I told you before? Like. Every ride in this park already has a breathalyzer. This is Scotland all over again. All the rides you get to see how drunk you are for them. But until then, Jim, where could people find you on the internet?
I'm on Twitter at apparently smart. Just go there and see what I'm doing, which is not very much.
Yeah, and you can find me on Twitter at ScottyMo, SCOTTYEMO. Buy all my books on Amazon and check out all the other BS Network programs online at aloadofpurebs.com because we recently switched podcasting hosts. At least I did. I know OpApp is probably still hosted by the same people, but with the new hosts that we've got and the great deal they've given me, that means I'm about to start pumping out like 50 new podcasts. I mean, just new shows every week. So if you want to keep a hold of them, go to aloadofpurebs.com, ladies and gentlemen. And remember to support the Op-At Show. Become a BS Moon Marine at patreon.com/aloadofbs. You get access to our Discord, shout it out on the show of your choice like Ransom Meltzer, and most importantly, access to the super exclusive show You Paid For This, where we watch terrible movies and then commentate over them. We're still not sure what we're doing this month, but hopefully we'll just, oh fuck yeah! Oh shit, Jim, you want to get real drunk one night and watch Haunted Mansion with us?
Tower of Terror.
Oh god, no, I saw the ending to Tower of Terror, and that's all I needed for that. That's all I really needed. You should have
seen the name Steve Guttenberg and realized that was all you really needed of that.
Yeah, but of course, until next time, remember to find Jim and me on Twitter at OpAtShow. That's spelled OPPATTSHOW. Are you ready to take your chance? It's your chance to do the hump. Oh, do me, baby. Are you down with OPP?